Aries, welcome to your March 2025 reading. My name is Nigel and you have found alchemy. Okay, this is a first. I have been reading tarot for literally over 30 years, and I have never had all sideways cards for a reading. You're going to have a month of decisions, and I really believe that different Aries are going to decide different things. And you're going to have a very interesting month, that's for sure. But let's not give too much of this away right away. Let's start from the beginning. So you have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups could represent a happy home, something that you've worked for and that you have. It's Mars and Pisces energy. It's emotional fulfillment. It is truly upright. Many of the readings I do, they come out in reverse, and I never take these in reverse, but I do take note of it, and yours is truly upright. Harmony, happiness, peace, contentment. You are home. Now, what does that mean to you? Is home a person? Is it a location? This could mean that you are currently in a situation that is very, very stable. I really think there are two sets of Aries here. There is an Aries section that is in a very content environment right now. And then there is Aries that is moving into a choice of a brand new content environment right now. There is someone that's going to tempt you here this month. And this says possession. It says, I will call you to me. I will make you mine. You will say my name until the end of time. Now, this could be the way you feel about someone. This could be the way someone absolutely feels about you. It could really be both of you. But there is definitely sexual tension in this reading. If that is not the kind of reading you're looking for, then I would just click off, honestly. You have Pyrite here, and Pyrite says, my confidence is rock solid. I take positive action to manifest my goals. Pyrite happens to be one of my favorite crystals for many reasons, but in your reading, it provides stamina, right? Necessary energy for confidence, movement, associated with the fire sign Leo. It's a successful business talisman as well, but it is very fiery in nature. You have drawn the goddess ÄLKØMÜ. Now, she's a Mayan goddess. She's called the chocolate goddess. She's a deity from the Mayan civilization. She's associated with fertility, the earth. She turns up when nourishment is needed, right? It could be your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul. All those things, one of those things. It's time for some sort of self-care. You have this card, and it says, your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. I would say bumpy is a good word for this month. You're going to have some excitement, some ups and downs. You have court case here, and this could be very literal if you're in the middle of a court case, but it says any legal matter during this time will go in your favor, or if you have been wronged, there will be balance and order. There is balance coming in. Some sort of karmic thing, right? There is some sort of karmic thing at play. Yeah, I don't want to say too much right now, but fascinating as always. Let's do some of your ruins and your charms. You have the star here coming in sideways. It's so, look at this. Look how many cards are sideways along with this charm. And the star ruin is Aquarius. It is wishes coming true. But coming in sideways, it's a choice. You have a choice to make that is going to be going on most of the month. And I really think this is one issue. Okay. And this could be a secret dream that you had, a secret wish that you had, something that you maybe never knew that you still wanted. You have the ice cube. And I do think the ice cube, even though it's not coming out as a choice, you do have a choice here, whether to freeze someone out or invite them in. You have the plane. And the plane could mean travel towards someone, booking travel to see someone booking travel to see you. The plane could be that your goals are taking off. Something is taking off, right? You have the letters T and L. And these could be someone's initials. This could be a town. It could be a city. It could be an airlines. It could be literally anything having to do with this situation. So keep those letters in mind as you go about your month. You do have the fortune cookie here, and the fortune cookie basically tells us not to put your fate in someone else's hands. You have decisions to make here, and the decision should be made strictly from you and what's good for you. And it looks like someone may be trying to persuade you in some way. And I'm not saying this person's bad. I don't see that here, but I do see the need for careful decision making here, Aries. And by the way, this could be very Libran energy, right? So let's move on to your astrology. So you have the air element here on the table, and this is number 25 in this deck. One second, my computer just went weird. Something just popped up. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you have the air element here, and you could be dealing with an air sign. You could have air highly aspected in your chart. And being that this is also air, you have air double on here, at least so far. Now, you also have new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. There could be something here this month that deep down inside scares you. Exciting in a very exciting way, I might add. It's not like you're hiding from it or you're really, really and truly fearful of it. But there is a certain element here of excitement and a little element of fear. You have, and it pays to note that the new moon in Scorpio is a very November-based energy. So something could have happened in November to kick this off, or literally something could be happening in 2025. But you have here family roots and foundation, right? With Pisces in the fourth house, and it's very rooted here. There are some of you that are in a situation or in a relationship already, and you're going to have to choose between two people. And there are some of you that are not in a relationship, but you're somehow content. Yeah, I'm not saying you're ecstatically happy, you may be, but you're very content and you're at peace, and you're wondering if this situation is going to disrupt that. You have more Scorpion energy here. You have Scorpio in the 8th house, metamorphosis, death, and rebirth. Something from your past coming back here, for sure. There is something coming back from your past. Okay, so let's dive into these cards just a little bit. So with Pisces in the 4th house, at the base of your natal chart lies the 4th house, right? And it represents home, family, origins, the values that are passed down here, right? Including traditions, customs, things that are expected of you. It sets the tone as you develop. It's always in the back of your mind as you make decisions. The 4th house can contain karmic obligations as well, right? And I do think that there is a karmic situation here resurfacing for you, for sure, okay? Now, you also have the Scorpion energy in the 8th house, and the 8th house rules transformation, taboos, and other people's resources. These are forces outside of your personal control. It imparts lessons that lead to growth. It can be painful. It can be not so painful. It can be highly there. It could be shadowy. It could be something that is not seen in the light, but only in the shadows. It's associated with the occult sometimes. It is very sexual. Sex can create life, and it transcends the individual experience by connecting you with someone else. The 8th house also represents assets like inheritances, legacies. These assets can also be karmic, right? Giving, but also taking. And they don't always relate to your ancestry. This could very well be something that goes on this month. So with that said, I can't wait to get into your tarot, because this is a first here, Aries. And I'm going to say it again. This is a very highly sexual reading. So, all right, I don't think there's any way for me to move these cards over because they are all sideways. But you have spiritual love here. And now with the lily represents death. And the upside down reversed lily represents something from your past that is coming back. You're going to have a chance at something that may have died or that you thought was dead, that is resurfacing, that is being reborn, right? That resurrective, that sort of, it's more Scorpion energy if you really think about it. Now, it pays to mention that these cards from here to here have different astrological correspondences from most tarot cards. So if I say things, some of their meanings are slightly different too, but it's mostly astrological that might be confusing for you. Now, here you have the Eight of Wands. And like I said, all of these are decisions, choices that you're going to be faced with. Okay. So you have the Eight of Wands coming in sideways, and this is Jupiter and Sagittarius, right? And so in general, this card signals a time where the inner tides of self are shifting, right? And creating a little bit of restlessness. It brings you happiness, right? And it brings you potential happiness. This is something that could make you very happy. You need to examine this choice. This will produce questions. The possible gift of this card is sort of like a cleansed slate emerging to a new plateau of consciousness. It's something old that is washed clean and presented as new. The key to this energy is answering the internal questions that you're going to be faced with. And with all these sideways cards, I see that there are lots of questions. You can accept the possible change that is calling you, or you can release it. All right. You also have here, coming right after it, the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is Neptune and Scorpio energy, and it is integrating the past into the present. What part of your past has resurfaced here, Aries? Something has resurfaced. And what will you do with this new chance, this new choice? Questions that need to be answered leads right into the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles is Mercury and Taurus in this deck. Possible success, right? Accomplishment. Will you? You're being called to share something with somebody else. Now, again, this is a choice that you have to make. Will you do it? It's a choice. You're going to be presented with this, and it's a gamble. And I think you realize it's a gamble, and that's why you're so sideways. I mean, I invite you to pull up any other reading. I've never seen in my readings, I've never seen this before. So yeah, when you also have two sixes here, and it's favorable for love, relationships, it's a sign of support, whether you're supporting someone else or someone's supporting you, or it's mutual. Now, when we add this up and we break it down, we get moon energy, Cancer energy, the pull. It's that gravitational pull that the moon represents. It's something that you're super attracted to. Somebody's super attracted to you. The pull is almost like you can't help yourself, right? So that's how you open up your month here. Now, on your second leg, you have the Mule, and it says someone's extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Could that be you or the person you're dealing with? Could you be a pretty stubborn? I mean, yes, you're an Aries. You're going to be a stubborn person. There's just no doubt, right? So that is something that's inherently inside you. It could be very, very much inherently inside the person you're dealing with as well. But it's on the table for a reason. You have the Empress coming in sideways as well. And the Empress in this particular deck has no astrological correspondence. But she is the number 3 in the major arcana. Her color is green. It symbolizes healing. It's something that from your past looking to be healed. Her number is 3, and that is a number of conception, manifestation, new beginnings. In this deck, she is a combo of the Magician and the High Priestess. And with that male-female combo, this brings forth new life. And that's either figuratively or actually. So there's something new that has the potential to be born here, whether it is this new start, a new relationship, or new life. Now, in the center of your reading, shit, I hate that. I hate messing up the cards. But in the center of your reading, you do have the 3 of Cups, right? And That's celebratory energy. And the Three of Cups is Pluto and Cancer in this deck. It's celebration. You're getting together with someone and you're feeling happiness here. It could be very social, right? Very social. And it leads straight into this Nine of Pentacles energy. Now, this Nine of Pentacles energy is Saturn and Virgo in this deck. You are moving away from fear-based behavior. So whatever it is that you were a little afraid of, I think towards the middle of the month, you're a lot less fearful, a lot less worried about it. It brings success. It definitely brings some sort of success internally to you. Now, success is relative, right? Your idea of success might be someone else's idea of, not success. So these sideways cards definitely tell me that each Aries is going to have a different reaction to this. Now you have two number threes here, and all the numbers in this column break down to a number three, and it signifies a turning point. It signifies creation, the creation of something. And when we add the numbers up and we break them down, we get the number 6, and that's Venus energy. And it doesn't surprise me, right? That Taurus Libra energy, that it could be money, but in this case, I don't think that's what it is. Venus is a beautiful planet that is the planet of love as well. So, let's move on to your third leg here. You have the handshake, and it says a meeting with a stranger. I don't think this is a stranger. You're going to meet up with someone here on your last leg, Aries. And you have the Two of Pentacles coming in. Saturn and Capricorn energy, the creation of a new opportunity, right? You're bringing balance between your inner beliefs and your outer reality. There's a harmony here, possibly, right? Because it's sideways. This is the card of handling two situations successfully at once, at least for now. So, two situations. Here you have the Four of Wands. And listen, the Four of Wands is a beautiful card. Jupiter and Aries, celebration, achievement, closely related to this card. Closely related. It's a harvest of some kind. It is a finish line of some kind. It is the coming together of two things. I really believe it's very, very, it's highly erotic energy in this reading anyway. You have the Seven of Wands here. And the Seven of Wands, this is the potential. With these sideways cards, it's all potential. You don't have to go in this direction. Many of you won't. But if you do, I don't know what's going to happen after this month, but man, it's very highly sexual energy. You have the Seven of Wands here, and the Seven of Wands is Mars and Leo. It presents you with conflicts that can challenge your inner power, your life force. This card puts you in the trenches, so to speak, right? It forces you to confront and defend. Confront your inner demons, confront your inner desires. Very hot energy, very hot energy. He's holding a wand. Very hot energy. When you add this up, and by the way, there are two number 4s. You see how many double numbers you're getting? There are two number 4s here, and that's stability, structure. You have it. You need to see if that's enough. Is the stability that you had before this month enough? Or do you need this excitement that's coming in? It's a choice you're going to have to make. And when we add this up and we break it down, it is Uranus. It's Aquarius energy. It's sudden change. It's freedom. It's new possibilities, Aries. New possibilities. So let's look at your challenges. Here you have, in your challenge column, it says, man, dealings or relationships with a man. And it's no surprise. This is also coming in sideways, right? It's a choice. It could be, all right, this is a general reading. You could be dealing, obviously, with a man, or you could be dealing with someone who leans on their masculine energy. I mean, I lean on my masculine energy all the time, but I'm female, right? Someone who's assertive, someone who's sexual, someone who's very forward, very confident, right? So, think of it like that. You have these cards here. You have the Ace of Wands, right? And now this is in your challenge. The Ace of Wands is fire energy. It's Mars and Aries energy. It's passion. It's sexuality. It's Kundalini energy. It's a challenge for you to make this decision It is. And I'm not sure why. I don't know whether you're in a relationship already, whether you're content for the first time in a long time and you don't want to disrupt that. I don't know what it is, but it's a challenge for you to choose this, but it's there, right? It's that fire energy. You have the Four of Swords here in reverse. The Four of Swords in reverse is not exactly calm energy, right? It's not, it's Libra, it's Jupiter and Libra energy. It could be feeling very burnt out from this decision making, from this thought process going round and round in your head. What do you do? What do you do? Should I do this? Or, oh my God, I did this. Now, how do I process this? This is the possibility of burnout. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. This could be someone in your energy who's not happy about this situation, male or female, right? This is Venus and Taurus energy. Someone who could be very intolerant, very stiff, very earthy, the opposite of what it is you're dealing with here. Someone who may not have much passion in them. Someone who may be very jealous of the passion that you're starting to feel or show. So we'll keep that in mind. When we add this up and we break it down, we get Mercury, Gemini, Virgo energy. Clear thinking is necessary here. Clear thinking is a key, and listening to what is said and what is not said, not just by the person that you're dealing with here, but by this Queen of Pentacles. It's all important for you here this month, Aries. Now, when we look at your opportunities, we have the gavel. The gavel in reverse, right? It does say involvement with the law, and this came up twice. So for some of you, this might be this might have something to do with some sort of legal situation for at least one of you, okay? But for the bulk of you, that gavel coming down is a judgment call, right? It's you saying, I've made up my mind. This is it. But it's in reverse. I think this decision or these decisions are going to be very difficult, and I'm not sure that you're going to make the ultimate decision here by the end of the month. You have the Six of Cups here. And, you know, the Six of Cups is in reverse in this particular pile. But don't forget, this is your opportunity pile, right? And this card was in leg one. And it's you're going, and what did I say? You have an opportunity here. Something's coming back from the dead. Something's coming back. And here it is in your opportunity pile, right? Your past or someone from, you have the opportunity to resolve something from your past, either to go for it and reignite this, or at least resolve it and put it to rest, right? But it's there in your opportunities pile, and that is Jupiter and Scorpio energy. And here you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse is Mercury and Virgo. It's the opportunity to break tradition. If you notice, when you see this couple walking through that traditional door, it's very like this, very similar to this, and very similar to the Four of Wands. But you chose this side, and that side is the opportunity to break from a tradition that you are involved in. Now, will you do it? Some of you will. You know, some of you absolutely will. Some of you absolutely won't. This is unprecedented, right? So shaking up the status quo, you have the opportunity to do it. Will you do it? Maybe, right? You have here the King of Wands coming in sideways. The King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is Sun in Leo energy. Sun, he's daring. He's adventurous. He's bold. He's very sexual, right? When he's in reverse, he could be deviant. But this is an opportunity. This isn't bad. This is something hot. This is something that borders on deviance, but is so hot that it's difficult to say no. And it is difficult to make this decision, which is why it's coming in sideways, right? It's like, wow, this is so tempting. Very tempting energy. Okay. When we add this column up and we break it down, it is Neptune and Pisces. It is Neptune energy, meaning Piscean energy. It's fantasy. It's that fantasy that goes on between two people that are in the midst of a really hot situation. And you are in the middle of a very hot situation here, for sure. Let me pull, where are my Nordic cards? Hold on one second. Okay, I found them. Let's see. So we got these Nordic cards. We'll do this and then we'll do your numerology. But man, What hot energy? For Aries from March 2025. All right, 1 second, Aries. Sorry, I had to let my dog out, Aries. Sorry about that. So you have gang lot, and this is sluggishness and procrastination. At least that's what it says here on the card. Now, with this card, it's a she, and she represents something that is holding you back. And it depends on the significance of the reading, and the significance of the reading is very sexual in nature. There's something, obviously, that is making you think not twice, but 5 times before doing this. In general, right, it is feeling, it's giving in to what comes easy to you sometimes, right? It is a card of lack of willpower. It can mean the inability to take action, and I think that might be true of at least one of you with all these cards the way they are. But it is definitely something that is coming, that is going to be easy to say yes to here, Aries. Man, this is like extremely tempting energy. Let us do your numbers, please. So when we add up every single number in this reading and we break it down, we get Mars, which is this is what you're, I mean, this is Mars energy. It just is. It's fire energy. It is passion. It is hot. The numbers that came out the most here were Uranus and Venus. Uranus meaning something new, breaking out of the old, breaking barriers, and that Venus energy, right? That love energy. The planet they came out the most was Jupiter, and that is Sagittarian energy. It's more fire energy, but it is that expansive energy hitting the mark, right? Your world can expand on a very Kundalini level, right? There are certain things that can happen that can really shake you up in a good way, in a hot way. Definitely. And as far as signs go, we have Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Cancer. The sign that came out the most is Scorpio. That hot shadow, it's that sexually hidden in the shadows type energy. This is something that some of you could be keeping this a secret. Some of you this could bring out secret sexual fantasies that you have, that you either suppress or you don't engage in. But it's a shadow card, and it is very, very erotic energy. Your lucky numbers are 25, 10, 8, 4, 5, and 2. Shadow sexuality is on the table for you. Will you bite? Please let me know in the comments. I will see you next time. Namaste.